Yeah.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Baby.
Let's get it.
What's going on?
What's going on? You tell me, my guy.
Just want to make sure everything's still straight. Star Cash, Star Cash.
That's a fucking Fendi fact.
How
You
you
know I'm in
feeling,
the
man?
building, man.
How you
Hands
feeling,
up to
man?
the ceiling. I'm feeling real good. You know, I can't complain. I can't
Let's
complain.
introduce this shit. You know what I mean? My name is Lex.
My name is Star Kid Ash, a.k.a. Star Stizzy.
This is Hell
You
No.
already know.
You bugging.
A lot of y'all niggas is bugging out here, man. I'm not one of them, though. Let's get down to it.
We sipping
Let's
big
really get
Clico
down
here.
to it.
We sipping big Clico. It's a celebration. Me and my nigga just did the Ramadan thing. How'd I feel?
Woo!
How'd I
Nah,
feel?
she was fire. She was fire. Feel me? Last year I only did it for like 2 weeks. This year I did it for about 3.5 of them things.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I definitely did it. I was probably the most dedicated this year than I've ever been. It's like my third time kind of trying it
Right.
this year. Proud of us, my nigga. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
you know what I mean? Niggas is growing up.
So
Looking both ways before we cross the street these days. You know what I'm saying? You know how it's going.
So this is a celebration for that. First of all, we want to give a big shout out. My nigga Kudis.
My son Q
R.I.P.
Stacks.
Happy birthday, Kudis.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
Son
we just
Q
gonna get into
Stacks.
this shit right now. So
Sip a little bit of this. All right?
yo, it's one up, my nigga.
Like I thought it would be. You feel me? Because I got the Warriors in game 6, though. I got them in 6
You didn't
games.
think it was gonna be one up, and you didn't think it was gonna take the first one.
I mean, all right, you're right. I didn't
Right,
think
we was
that.
watching the game together.
But I knew that they had to get a split in order to really win it to, like, you feel me, game 6.
Barely got that
Not
split.
like they had to get the split, but I didn't
Barely
see
got that
them
split.
winning 4 games in a row, though. I didn't see that.
All right, but you barely got that split.
I mean, barely. It don't matter. You feel me? At the end of the day, we got the W. That's all that really matters.
So
You know
game
what I'm
one.
saying?
So game one. I think honestly I was surprised because Warriors did what they were supposed to do. They sent the doubles, sometimes triples, just mad bodies at this nigga Kawhi and Siakam.
Yeah, that's
30,
what.
30, hold
but
on, 32 right on your man Bean, right on top of his head, Draymond Green.
I don't expect that to happen the rest of the series. Like you was telling me, your cousin wrote you. This is Scottie Pippen 2.0.
2.0, you don't believe that?
Nah,
I see that, bro. It's only 2 years in. It's only been 2 years for the
All
kid.
right, so 2 years in, how can you make that statement already? Like,
Bro,
relax.
people make comparisons all the time. Out of
Relax.
high
He had
school.
2 good games the whole series, and we supposed to be scared of Siakam?
Yeah, he had one game. He had a decent second game. The first game he had a great game. The second game was kind of like
Your man ain't dog since he caught that one dunk against the Bucks in game 2.
yeah 32
You feel what I'm
last game.
saying?
So you can't
Yeah,
tell me
all
that's
right.
not when he did. That's the last time.
That's
he dove.
true. That's true. You
Listen,
feel me? That's true. But
Point is-
I give it to them. Game 1, their bench came out. They played great.
Yeah.
They had great team play. Kyle Lowry was playing good defense. He caught a few charges. And I'm not even gonna hold you. Kyle Lowry, he plays pretty good defense. I ain't even really noticed that in the past few years, but he takes a lot of charges. So I give him that.
Kyle Lowry got that shit you can't teach.
Yeah. I just wish that he would score more sometimes, but you know what I'm saying? You got to take the good with the bad, I guess.
Yeah, nah, he's one of a few I want to say guards in the league that got that kind of that it type of like they affect the game in ways that don't really appear on the stat sheet type shit.
Yeah.
Like the Patrick Beverleys, you know what I'm
I
saying?
I get that.
Niggas like that.
All right.
But bench play.
Yeah, their bench play was huge.
Van Vliet, elite.
I give
Lil
it to him.
Drake.
He's been doing his thing for the last few games since his son been born.
Yeah, that's
you know
like
what I
his
mean?
motivation, right?
You know what I mean? So it's like, I hope he could keep it up. I believe in him more than Siakam. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
I believe in Van Vliet more than
Why?
Siakam.
But why though?
Because what has Siakam done? Other than the 31 or the 32 that he scored, right? He hasn't
He's the
really
reason.
done-
First of all, it's not even. You can't downplay that because without that 32, there's no win in the first game.
But without the play of Van Vliet, y'all might not have beat the Bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
So I'm just saying, Van Vliet is stepping up more than Siakam in the last
in
few
these
games.
playoffs,
Yeah, all right.
Okay. All right,
In these playoffs.
I give you that. But I'm still gonna say like Van Vliet could show up every game. It's not like I don't think he's gonna affect the game in a way that's gonna have niggas win the series. Like I think Van Vliet playing at a high level is way more important to the team. Like that's
I
that's
get
more
that.
of a mismatch. You
I
know what I'm
get
saying?
that.
It's really only Draymond and Clay that could like defend him.
I get
And
that.
even then, you know what I'm saying? So,
And as much as I do downplay Siakam, he is the second best player on the team. So he
Yeah.
has to play that big role. And it's crazy that Kyle Lowry is not even in that role no more as a
supposed to be.
second best
He's supposed
player.
to be. He's supposed to be.
Like,
supposed to be. Stephen
But
A was talking about that. He's
I
supposed
like
to
what
be.
he's given though. I feel like in this playoffs, he's making his role like really known now. Like, all right, we don't need you to really score, but we need you to score like at least 15, get some charges, get at least, you feel me, 8, 10 dimes.
Yeah, but he got to keep his
Or
head
6
right.
to 8.
Second game, he fouled out. It's like
Yeah,
5
I
minutes
believe
in the
that.
last fourth quarter.
Been getting him like in a lot of trouble lately.
Being over aggressive. It's like nigga, Golden State's a team on it. Like you can't really do the same consistent thing to them. Like they adapt really well. So the over aggression is like they're gonna force you to getting fouls called. They're gonna see. The overplay. Obviously, you're gonna play Steph at half court. That's where you have to play him. But when they start to see that, and then the screens are set higher, and Steph is able to dip in and out the screen, and now you running in the screens, getting blocks called on you.
A lot of people sleep on their defense. Their defense for the Warriors.
Oh yeah. But I mean on offense, like they're gonna force Kyle Lowry or other people playing over like that.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they're running off of screens, and you desperate to get in front some before you shoot. That's Steph is just gonna stop, probably back up, hit you.
That's true.
Put you in that foul trouble.
So then, how you feel that game 2 went?
That's what that was the problem for me. Just too much over. It's like overplaying the offense every time. Like I get it, but you gotta kind of be a little smarter how you about to defend.
I might be wrong, but I feel like game 2 is how the whole series is kind of gonna go. Well, the rest of the series, like
what do you mean?
I don't really feel like. I feel like Siakam is gonna give you maybe like 15 to 20, because now we're gonna zero in on him, right? Van Vliet and all these guys, they're gonna get the open shots. They just have to make their shots. Yeah. I feel like down the wire is gonna always be like a close game, but it's really just on who's making shots. That's it. Really, it's just all about who's making shots in the series, because a lot of players are gonna get wide open shots.
I'm trying to look at the I'm looking at the stats now.
All right.
This nigga Siakam only had 12 last game. 12, 8, and 5.
In game 2, right?
Yeah.
How many shots he took?
Nah, don't say that. I don't know. He was like 27% though.
All right.
5 for 18.
But what I'm saying is, all right, 5 for 18. What I'm saying is from Siakam, I just expect him to like score between 10 and 20. I don't really expect for over 20.
And that's a win? That's not a win.
I mean,
you can't score 10 to 20. 10 to 20 is what you said?
Yeah, between
it gotta
10
be like
and 20.
18 and 25.
I mean,
18 to 25 is what we need.
I don't really think the Raptors are gonna win like that.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, if they're to win, what do they have to do though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't really feel like he has to score 30 or even 25. He just has to score 20. Ibaka has to score between, I'll say, like 10 to 14. Gasol, 10 to 14, 15. It has to just be like a group effort. It don't have to be. Ibaka's not giving you 10 or 14?
Again, no, he's not. He's not.
Ibaka?
He's not. He's giving you like 8, 7, 8. Now, he might give you like 8 to 9.
Ibaka
and then,
can't.
nah,
Ibaka
you better off.
Maybe I'm giving Ibaka too much credit.
Way too much. You better off expecting him to grab a certain amount of boards. You want him to get 11
Serge
boards.
Ibaka, I can't.
You want him to get like a block a game.
Serge Ibaka dropping
like
14
2 threes
points.
a game.
Listen, Serge Ibaka dropping 14 points in the next 2 games is more realistic than Siakam dropping another 31 in another game of the series.
You want to?
I'm telling you, we could listen. We could place a bet right now.
That what's the bet? What?
It don't matter. Listen, listen. Serge Ibaka
putting up 14 Wednesday and the next game. Plus 14.
Listen, I don't want to say the back-to-back games, all right? But it's going to be at least 2 games that's left in this series, right? That Ibaka would score at least 14 points.
And Siakam's not going to have another 30 game.
Siakam is not. He's not going. He probably won't go over 25 before the series is over. For real. we wasn't expecting their man to do what he did in game 1. Game 2, what happened? 5 for 18.
You sound crazy, bro.
What has Siakam? Listen,
not even.
How many how many times in the playoffs has Siakam dropped 30 though?
I don't even want to say that.
It's been like 4 series already.
I feel you. First of all, I feel like he's like rising to this occasion. His last game, it wasn't like he shied away. Like the shots weren't falling. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Right. But the reason I'm overreacting right now is because I'm more affected by you thinking Serge Ibaka's gonna score 14 twice.
Bro, how hard it is for Serge Ibaka to score like
Very
14
hard.
points?
What,
Hit a
very
few
hard.
jump
What
shots,
moves is he? What moves he got? This is a scoring. This is not a man that gets his own
they're
buckets.
gonna
like,
leave Ibaka to take that mid-range shot. They're not really gonna leave Siakam.
I don't think they're gonna
he can
leave
hit
Ibaka.
that. He can hit that mid-range shot.
the same person guarding Siakam is not. What do you mean they're gonna leave? Like, what do you mean? Like,
Listen, they're gonna give your man Siakam more respect than Ibaka, right? They're gonna play up on him, so they might help off Ibaka. Ibaka's gonna have that shot. It's just up to him to make it.
and you think he's gonna hit 14 points worth of that?
Not
So,
just
two
with
times.
the jump shots. He could mix it up a little bit.
What's he mixing?
What I'm saying
Back to
in
the
the
basket.
next, in the
He got
next,
those?
in the next what 4 to 5 games, or the next 4 games that's left or whatever, I see your man Ibaka scoring 14 at least twice.
I don't see it.
Then your man
can make that
Siakam
bet.
scoring 30.
We could put like a calm double on that.
30.
You could put a
You
calm
can put
double
a
on
calm
that.
double on that.
All right. So what? 30
You
or
know what I'm saying?
25? Can I say 25, or you gonna hold me at 30?
Now your man want to go to 25.
I'm asking you a question. I stand on 30. I'm saying 25
Yo,
though, but I stand on
Stay
30.
at 30.
All
Stay
right,
at
whatever.
30. 25 is a little bit too, you know what I mean? It's a little too close right there. Stay at 30.
You need that dub, nigga.
Stay
That's
at
why you
30. You
understand.
know what I mean? Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm going to take that dub, you feel me?
Yo.
Cop 2 drinks, you could get one. It's all good.
Anyway, I say I mean, moving on Siakam, I still feel like because we was talking about it on the way here. Like usually you watch the Warriors play, and it's like when they lose a game, it's more so they lost the game type shit.
True.
But I don't feel like this game, like they lost it more than than they won it more than like Toronto kind of like lost the game.
Yeah,
Like
'cause they
usually,
wasn't really hitting shots.
but usually when you see like, cause for instance they went on an 18-0 run, that happens, my nigga, like the team lost by like 20 or 15.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the game was still, what was the final score? It was within like 5 or something like
so.
that.
Something
Like that, like within 10 definitely. So it looks like this is like the first time or one of the first times they really facing a team that's like, we not afraid. Like when y'all hit a couple threes in a row, we not gonna have a meltdown. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, and we talk about it all the time, like this is the year that this team could lose. And I feel like the Raptors got enough.
And I feel like at times the Warriors could look average. Like, not
Especially
to say
without-
like, not average like a, you feel me, like a Portland or like a Milwaukee, but just not themselves.
Yeah.
Especially when like Steph Curry's not making shots.
Especially when
or-
KD is injured.
Yeah, KD is not there.
Yeah,
so it's
so-
like, it's a little more, it's not as hard to guard them.
Yeah.
You could just key in on certain people. And then it makes it a tougher job for like their role players to really make those plays and make those wide open shots. So that's just what it really is. I feel like people are now starting to like key in on them. They know what to do, where to be at. It's just that the Warriors are so good that they're still making those shots. That's what it is, really.
How do you think the benches,
For the Warriors?
the both of them, like how do they measure up?
I mean, honestly, I feel like
Toronto bench gonna bust
I
Golden
feel
State
like-
Warrior
I feel
bench
like
ass for the rest of the
Toronto-
season,
I
for the
feel
rest
like
of the
Toronto
series.
has the better bench, but Golden State, like their bench kind of been through so much more. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
A
This
veteran
is
bench,
like, yeah.
type shit.
Look at like Quinn Cook. He's been in the finals. This is like his 3rd time in the
That's
finals.
a fact. That's a
McKenzie, I think it's like his 2nd time. Even a person like Cousins, it's only his 1st time, but he's around so
Yeah,
much
he
people
impacted the game
that
crazy.
they did it already.
I didn't
It's
even
like,
see that happen.
we not even gonna allow you to slip.
Who's that white boy? I said I hate when he take jump shots. That nigga be hitting them shits, yo.
What you talking about?
Jarebko?
Yeah,
Nigga blow
like you feel
my
me?
son.
Even him, this like his 2nd year, I think.
Nigga be blowing my. He
Or
clutch.
it might be his 1st, but he's around so much championship presence. It's like we not even gonna let you slip. If you're
Yeah.
gonna slip, you might as well not even play. So, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. There's one bench that hasn't
Damn.
really
So
been there
is-
yet against a bench that
So
has.
damn. So is Toronto bench even better?
Like I said, it's just talent wise. I feel like they are, but they haven't done it enough.
It might not be. Cause who's coming off the bench? Ibaka's off the bench. Or he didn't start 5.
Yeah, no,
Ibaka's on the
Ibaka
bench,
comes
right?
off the bench.
Van Vliet. Who else?
Um,
Like who else to name?
what's the dude
To
Damn,
even measure up.
The 2 guard.
See, like we taking too much time on that. If you go through Golden State benches,
Yeah,
Norman
Powell.
Oh,
Yeah,
nah, he ball.
yeah,
He
Powell.
could ball.
So it's those
He could
3 is
ball.
what I really know. And with Golden State bench, they don't really have no
Nah,
name.
they do.
That's
Sean
like
Sean
really
Livingston
like,
is real solid.
That's true.
Iggy
but like I was
is
just saying, like
real solid. Quinn Cook, like you just said. What?
Yeah, all
George
those guys
Bell.
are battle
Who?
tested.
Jordan Bell, Jerebko.
I mean,
I think they might have a better bench.
I get it.
Wow, yeah, they might have a better bench.
All those guys are just battle tested.
That too.
That's it, really. You know what I'm saying? They kind of
I
been through the fire.
Iggy. Yeah, but like usually, yeah. But all right. So with that said, you still think the Warriors could do this and run a calm 6?
I got Warriors in 6.
That nigga sound crazy.
Why?
Toronto's getting us a 7.
So,
Toronto getting us a 7.
I got Warriors in 6, bro. I don't really see like other than Kawhi Leonard.
Like Clay coming back. That's what you. I mean, you
feel
gotta
like,
look at what
I feel
happened.
like even without Clay, they could still win in
6.
Yeah.
Without Clay, they could still win in 6.
I feel like your man Steph Curry, he's just gonna step it up more. Draymond gonna step it up more.
You think Cousins gonna have like a big
gonna
game?
Step it up more. I feel like Cousins could go for like anywhere between 20 and 25.
Nah.
Yes, he could.
Nah.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I definitely think
it's too much. It's too. I think Toronto already had. I think Toronto had a bad game against him the other day, game 2, and he only had 11 and like. But look, as I'm saying, he only had 11 and like 9 or some shit like that.
11 and 10.
11 and 10.
Assists.
Like, all right. I'm not shitting on it. Like he affected the game, but at 11 points. So I don't see where they're not making adjustments to prevent him from having 20 like.
But this is still an
affecting the game on 25.
Yeah,
but we got 2 rim protectors. We got Gasol and Ibaka. He's not having 25 on the 2 of those guys.
I think so.
Nah.
I think so.
That's worse than you saying Ibaka's gonna have 14 twice.
I could see him having 20 to 25.
Nah, that's not worse, but you still bugging.
You feel me? That's like 1 or 2 more open threes he could make, 1 or 2 inside shots, 1 or 2 post ups. A few more free throws. It's not really hard for Cousins to score that much. You feel me? I'm not saying he's going to score 30, but 20 to 25, that's possible for him. Tell you.
So what do you
Warriors
think?
in 6.
All right, so, what? He might be playing.
It's not a definite thing.
So he might be playing. I mean, like, did you see that? When? Today?
All I'm saying
maybe.
All I'm saying is with or without
Clay.
Without Clay, it might. All right.
You sound like Stephen A.
Without Clay, I give it to you. It might go to 7, but I'm still not feeling like damn, it's over just because Clay not there. Without Clay and KD, I feel like the Warriors could still
You only
win.
have. But my nigga, a lot of the reasons why Golden State gets the shots they get are because of spacing.
That's
so if you
true.
taking out one of the greatest shooters ever, obviously like
Don't
he
matter.
affects the spacing on the team.
We still got one more.
Yeah, but you only got one. You only got one.
Two-time unanimous MVP.
I get what you're saying.
My boy Steph Curry.
You know that's my boy.
You say he the best player on the team.
He's the most important. He's the most important player on the team.
And show why.
There's a difference between best and most
It's time for you to
important.
step up and show why. Now you want to break it down different. Oh man.
Bro, this is an argument I make all the time. Nas, you hear me
Listen,
make
when
this
the
argument all
cameras
the
is
time.
not rolling,
He's
your
the
man
most
say Steph
important
Curry's the best
person on the
player.
team.
Now the cameras is rolling. He's the
Bro,
most important player.
So how you gonna lie to the people? Yo, bro, this camera's on you. You should you're not embarrassed to talk to the people like this. And I tell you, Golden State, I tell you all the time, Steph Curry's the most
keep it a stack the rest of this
important
show, I'm just hoping.
warrior, not the best warrior. Obviously, KD's the best. He's like top 2 player in the league. No, that one spot.
I'm just
Who the
almost
best player in the
surprised you showing KD love
the
right
best
now.
player in the league, though.
Who the best player in the league?
He number 2.
I got KD right now.
Nah, you sound crazy. You might have to get off my podcast. Who the best player in the
You
league?
still think LeBron's the best player in the league?
Well,
LeBron that couldn't get the Lakers to the number 8 seed. Yo, listen. Your man came back around right after All-Star
How
break.
many games he missed?
And he had like 25 games or so to get them in the 8th seed. And they ain't even make it to the 8th seed.
Yo, he missed like 18 games.
And
He was in the 4th seed.
they was only like 4 or 5 games out. Y'all couldn't string together a winning streak.
So you Golden State fans love to tell me how LeBron's supposed to be able to do some shit when they got the best player in the league playing with the other best players in the league. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's supposed to do that by himself with like Ingram and shit, right?
Why not?
In the West,
you got
right?
a bunch of young
in the
players.
West, right? In the West, right?
Listen, we got
like
into
we
the
know
whole-
we never seen him bring like will a team into like the top 2-3 spot in the East, obviously because the East is weaker, but by himself still, right? You know what I'm saying?
We talking
Like
about
go
the
against the
East.
Warriors with Dellavedova, right?
We talking about the
All right,
East.
but my point is, we all know that the West is harder, and you expect him to like.
Yeah, but this is
bring a team by
LeBron. This
itself.
is LeBron James, the best thing since Michael Jordan. Let y'all tell it, and he can't get the people to the 8th seed.
I seen Kobe
We seen Kobe
bounce
what?
out the playoffs so embarrassingly multiple times.
2 years in
By
a
the
row.
Suns.
Only 2 years in a row against the Suns, and Steve Nash
the
was the
Suns.
MVP both of those years.
By the Suns.
Steve Nash was the MVP
By the
both of them
Suns.
years.
All right, so what? Like the MVP, like is your point guard, and that's who's giving Kobe the Mamba a problem. Listen, we talking about right now.
All right.
Anyway,
All
KD,
right.
second.
You
best
know I was
player.
about to get you.
But-
So good.
So these injuries, because I feel like,
Yeah, the injuries is playing a real big role.
but I feel like the Warriors is like downplaying them. I feel like they're a lot more serious than they like trying to lead on.
Honestly, I feel like KD will be back in like game 4, game 5 maybe. And
I feel like they want that. They want that. I think I heard Doris Burke say, somebody was on ESPN saying that shit, like if this was a regular season injury, he'd be out for weeks, like no question.
Mhm.
So it's not like people expecting him to be back in a matter of days. Like that's really pushing, that's really forcing it. You know what I'm saying? Like they not saying it's an Achilles, but
And to be honest,
What that
I
look
really
like?
don't feel like we need KD like that. If we get him back, it's a bonus.
I agree. But now with the way shit is looking now, like you can't tell me you don't need KD and then be like I don't need Clay either. Now I think you bugging.
Like, I'm of the mindset of like without KD or Clay, it's just more exciting. Like, I'm now counting out the Warriors. They just gonna find another way to do it. Like, that's just how I'm looking at it right now. They're gonna find another way to do it. Steph gonna step it up more. And until they get
Which we've
knocked
never
off, we
seen.
leaving them up there.
Which we've never seen. We seen him fold under pressure with his people behind him. And you gonna tell me he about to
All
like,
right, but right
you know what
now,
I'm saying?
you feel me?
He
You
about
gonna
to
get
go
all the
against Kawhi
shots.
and, like,
You gonna get all the shots. We gonna put the ball in your hand. Draymond, you gonna step it up more. Boogie, you gonna step it up more. And we gonna do the damn thing. It ain't nothing. We ain't worried, bro. We not worried.
So you think it's under more pressure?
Hmm?
Who you think is under more pressure on either team? You talking about Steph? You talking about Kawhi? Because Kawhi don't got his
You know
legs.
what's crazy? I don't even think it's that much pressure on like either side. A little bit, just because of like KD being out. If Clay's still out, it's not really that much pressure on Kawhi because you wasn't even expected to do all of this.
Yeah, but
Like-
you hear. I don't think. See, that's my thing. I don't think because you weren't expected, you're supposed to just lay on that.
That's true.
Now you here and it's one up. You first. It's not even just one up. You won the first one. You set the tone.
Yeah.
It's one up, and you got home court advantage. We not about to just. Well, we ain't supposed to win anyway. So if we lose, that
Nah,
makes sense.
like I said, like I don't really think it's really that much pressure on either side to me.
I think it's pressure on Kawhi.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's like, well, it's pressure on both of them, and I can explain like, both. For Kawhi, it's like they're getting weaker and weaker.
Right.
Like they came into the series, Durant's not there. Boom, fucking Looney gets injured, Clay gets injured, Iggy got injured the game before. We know he was coming back. He came back, but you know what I'm saying, less of his soul. It was only till like the last second he hit that shot that made a difference or whatever.
Right.
But like game by game, day by day, the Warriors is kind of like getting a little worse, or just not even worse. It's a little more beatable.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying? And Kawhi is like, Kawhi ain't really have his legs since like the last series, but he's like the only choice. Like they can't lose players
yeah.
and be expected to like still go the distance.
I mean, you hit the point where you said Kawhi hasn't really had his legs.
Right.
I give him that because he's not 100%. So I wouldn't say the pressure is just on Kawhi. The pressure might be on the whole Raptors as a whole. Because if your main player is not really 100%, but he's still trying to do it, the rest of y'all got to step it up.
So
You know what I'm saying?
what are adjustments they got to make? Like who specifically has to step it up and like where?
I mean, to me, it has to be somebody like Kyle Lowry. Like,
Yeah. We said that we wanted. He's supposed to
feel
be
me?
like the best player, second best player.
like your man Siakam. You know, we know
Where?
it's possible.
Where specifically? Where does Kyle Lowry need to step it up? What does Kyle Lowry
Offensively,
have to do to win?
they both have to step it up. I mean, they both have to step it up offensively
Offensively.
because defensively they're in the game. Like even
very
after the
much in that
Warriors
shit.
came out and was like, you feel me, they had that big run. The Raptors were still in the game in the fourth quarter. So it's really offensively. The Raptors and the Warriors had that long stretch for like, what was it? I forgot how long it was, but nobody scored in the fourth quarter. Like, look how long that is.
4:30 or something like that.
So
5 minutes.
with the Warriors, it's not hard for like them to string off like three straight
The
threes.
Warriors look genuinely, I don't want to say uncomfortable, but like a little bit challenged. You know what I'm saying? Like they looking like, damn, that's not working.
Yeah, they
Damn,
just looking a little
either.
average right
like,
now.
Damn, like,
they're not looking like the superhero team.
I ain't gonna say all that. They just look like they gotta make a lot more adjustments than usually. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say. I mean, at the end of the day, you still hear how they talk. They still playful. They're still the Warriors.
Yeah.
They still on the side. Like you still see Curry's antics. You still see in the tunnel they popping shit to Drake. Like,
and this is the fifth time they've been in the finals, so it could just be all that wear and tear. Like it's starting to really catch up to them.
4 for 5. They trying to go 4 for 5.
And that's crazy too.
They supposed to go 5 for 5, right? Why, man?
Because your man LeBron.
I mean,
your man LeBron. That
I just like when you
3
say.
for 8
I just like when you say. I don't gotta say nothing about, bro. We can let you tell it greatness.
Yo, listen.
Yo, look. So
the people out there in TV.
Yo, look. So
man, hold
look,
on.
Under more pressure.
Real quick. Look, real quick. We gonna get to the next topic, beloved. We gonna get there, beloved. Listen.
Yo.
Your man LeBron been to the finals 8 years in a row before this year. Only won 3 times. That man is bugging.
That
man is bugging.
Yo, but nobody think it's amazing that he could put a headlock on the East like that? What you saying? Like if Bron,
I don't know what
so
you're
like
talking about.
if Bron doesn't win some of them, like he don't come out the East some of those years, other teams in the East could have won, right?
Bro, cut it out.
I'm asking a fair question.
Cut it out.
Like
if that's the best player.
Look, so if the Bulls would have beat them, then the Bulls could have like who we lost it. The Bulls would have beat the Mavericks type shit, right? Or
I
the
believe
Celtics
so.
would have beat
With
the Mavericks.
D-Rose and them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
the
that.
Magic won that year, lost to the Lakers.
Yeah, like that's a fact.
The Pacers would have beat Bron, they would have won, right?
You never know, bro. Listen, what I'm saying is,
what are you saying?
I can't predict the future. future.
So what I mean?
But what I'm saying is, your man made it to the finals 8 years in a row, and could even go 50%. But look, let's go next topic. Next topic.
Is this a must win, bro?
Next topic, my man. For who?
For either team. Who's it a must win for?
I feel like it's a must win for the Raptors.
You don't think Golden State taking it as like a must? Like I don't see Golden State being comfortable going down 2-1.
Yeah,
and then losing
I'm not
the first one at the
saying
crib.
Golden State is going there to be comfortable.
It's at Golden State.
Yeah, it's both at the Oracle. I'm not saying Golden State are going in there like not focused and not doing what they have to do, but it's a must win for Toronto.
No, I'm saying though, if Toronto wins, I'm not talking about pre-game comfort. I'm talking about after the game. I don't think Golden State is comfortable. So I still feel like it's a must-win for either team.
Oh, yeah,
because Toronto, like they got the win that you would want them to get because it's like we setting that punch these niggas in the face. Like, yo, we with all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I don't think Golden State have this. Like that was like the first game 1 loss under Kerr, some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that was more of a message sent. So I feel like now it's like Golden State has to win on some shit like all right, yeah, what y'all thought? You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta double shut up. We can't let Drake have his, you know what I mean? Like tease the media, then we come back and win, and then Drake is back teasing the media and the Oracle. We kind of gotta like, he sat down, now bury him in a seat type shit.
I mean, I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
So I kind of agree with you where it's like pressures on both sides.
On both sides.
Yeah.
Because Toronto gotta win for the same reason. Like it's our first time here. They caught us on some shit we should have won.
But that's why I say like they get slight more pressure than Golden State. Because Golden State done been in this. Like
that's a fact.
This their 5th year in a row going.
That's a fact.
So y'all want all like the leverage y'all could get.
But it's 2 games back to it's two games of Oracle.
Yeah, because it's back to like 0-0 now if you think about it.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait to see that. I want to see what Drake gonna do out there. I want to see if anybody gonna match his like. But Golden State ain't got nobody that's gonna do that. E40 has sparkling ass jacket. See that shit?
Tell me when to go. Shout out E40, man. Watch your mouth.
So you think? So they think Golden State is about to be like the next
big dynasty.
Great. I mean, they are already, but are they? How do they rank?
Like I say, if KD stays, they win the next 3 out of 6 championships. That's how I feel off rip.
That's kind of crazy.
Next 3 out of 6.
That's kind of crazy.
If KD stays and that team don't break up, they
in
win
3
the
years,
next 3
Zion
out
could be
of
somebody.
But in 3 years, Zion is not going to be a championship contender.
Maybe
on the third.
East. No,
Zion is on the West.
Yeah.
So maybe on the third year, he might be a championship contender. But for the first year, he got to learn just how to play in the NBA. The second year, he might learn like how to win. Then the third year,
but 3 out of 6 don't mean 3 straight. 3 out of 6 don't mean 3 straight. So even in 6 or 5 years, he could be some shit.
Yeah, that's
and not
true.
just Zion. It's like it's other.
But
the
what
league
I'm
is gonna
saying
change.
is, what I'm saying is, I just feel like with KD, Steph, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, even if Boogie leaves or
they're
whatever,
getting older, my nigga.
So what?
Boogie's not gonna be this great for
in
much
the next
longer.
3 years. The oldest person is gonna be like what, 32?
That's enough. And KD in the next 3 years is gonna be 35 or 34. KD's like 31 right now, 32. How old is KD?
Nah, I was talking about KD being
KD
the one
not
that's 32.
20-something.
I
KD
think
is
KD
not
is
20-something.
I think KD is like 29 maybe.
How much money I got on that? I'm trying to take all y'all niggas' money today.
But what I'm saying though, I feel like they have a chance to like. It doesn't matter if it's the next 4, they can win the next 2 out the 4 or some shit like that. They're up there. They're not falling off no time soon if everybody stay together.
KD is 30.
All right.
KD's 30 and he's gonna be 31 this year.
All right. So
in
in
the next 4 years, like I said, KD's gonna be 34, 35. Like I just said.
And what, they can't win 2 out the 4?
You just said 3 out of 6.
I'm just saying though. You just said the next 4 years. So I'm just saying, what, they can't win 2 out that 4?
No.
Unless.
But even if.
Unless a bunch of people.
This is the biggest free agency it's been in a long ass time. For mad teams, even if the Golden State Warriors don't break up, mad teams are changing.
That's true.
You don't think niggas are gonna purposely link up somewhere to at least
but
one
at the
team?
end of the day, we're still
that.
gonna have a top 2 player on our team with another top 10 player.
I give them niggas 1 or 2 and 6.
With
You
2
said
of the
3 and
greatest.
6. I give them 1 or 2 and 6.
I get them 3 and 6.
KD's
After
not
that,
doing- keep talking that
one,
greatest shit.
after that third one, then you feel me? Everything is shaky after that. But I get them the next 3 out of 6. You know what I mean?
No.
But back to your question though, it was where they rank as
Like dynasties.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like we ain't really been here for the Celtics dynasty, so we could kind of leave that out. Like in our modern dynasties, I'm gonna say the Lakers.
I feel like they might be a better dynasty than the Spurs.
Boston, like after, but they only won twice. You think?
Yeah,
they're better
I mean,
than the Spurs?
I'm only gonna really
That's
count
facts.
like the Lakers
And the Spurs?
The Spurs, yeah. I would say the Heat, but they
What?
they
How
didn't
much
really
pi-
stay.
What was
that
the
long
Pistons
together.
run? Like 2? They won 2 or
Yeah.
3? 2?
Yeah. But the only
It's
reason
like a
why I
mini
say the
dynasty.
Spurs is because I think within 6 years they might have made it to the finals like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, but they never.
It wasn't no back-to-back type of
Yeah,
situation.
they never
though.
2-peated at all.
That's the only reason why I put the Warriors over the Spurs.
Because they
Because
2-peated.
the
They
Warriors
going on
did
3.
it, you know what I'm saying, consistently.
Yeah, I can see that.
it's
So
just-
in a modern day, you think the Warriors are the best dynasty? I don't. I think it's the Lakers.
I mean, I never said I thought it was better than the Lakers. I
Alright,
think
so
they're
I'm
better than the
asking
Spurs. Then that's a hard one though, because it's like,
They 3-peated,
yeah, with Kobe and Shaq they did,
Yeah.
but
and then Kobe
that's
did it
hard
twice.
though, because it's
by
like,
himself
damn, like
after.
who gonna really? Shaq was dominant, Kobe was dominant. They had the good role
Didn't
players.
Draymond say some shit like he'd lock Shaq up? or
I ain't
some
gonna
shit?
lie, boy. I feel like I gotta go with the Lakers on that one, boy.
Yeah,
I gotta go with the
That's
Lakers
the
on
obvious
that one.
choice. Anybody, you think that?
I gotta go with the Lake Show.
You include Kobe's 2 by himself in the same era
As the
Shaq?
dynasty?
Nah, I was strictly talking about that
Yeah,
first
okay.
dynasty.
Either way though, if you added it, it would have just enforced the idea. Even if you just kept it them 3.
Kobe's 2 alone don't feel like a dynasty.
Well, fuck it then. The
Yeah,
3,
that's
the
why I'm
3
talking
before
about the
still
first.
is
The
better.
first
you know
3
what I'm
with
saying?
just him and Shaq.
Number 1.
I'll
Even-
still put
even-
that over them.
Even if they 3-peat this year, even if they 3-peat,
Because that team was so dominant, though. That was a dominant team.
was they
boy.
more dominant? Was they more dominant though? You know what I'm saying? Like Golden State is dominant in a different way.
That's
Like they
true.
not dominant on we can't stop the middle, but you can't stop the perimeter. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and then
true,
you could be up
but
15, but you know your shit not safe.
I feel like if you was able to slow them down up top, it's gonna be way harder to slow down Shaq them down low. You know what I'm saying? I feel like all you gotta do is put somebody like Derek
Nah.
Fisher is not gonna lock up Steph, but he might play some good D
Yeah,
on
but
Steph.
you could get in foul trouble being aggressive in the paint. Like the game plan could be get Shaq in foul trouble. That's possible.
I don't feel like you're gonna get Shaquille O'Neal in foul trouble. Like
I mean,
that,
it has
though.
happened. Or just foul him like the hacker Shaq, so he
Yeah,
can't
but then you're just
score
gonna
his
get in foul
buckets.
trouble.
Yeah, but we got mad people to get fouls up.
I mean, I don't know. I still feel like I'm taking the Lakers. I'm taking the Lakers over the Warriors.
I mean, I agree. I'm just
That
being
dynasty.
devil's advocate.
Yeah.
So even if they three-peat, you're still gonna say the Lakers better.
Even if they three-peat this year.
That's fair.
Shout out to the Warriors though.
You think Steph is probably like the most unselfish superstar ever? We was talking about that a little bit.
Yeah,
before
we
you
was
got
having
here.
this conversation earlier. I mean,
I don't see
not
too
really.
many. I
Why
don't
you
see too
say
many.
that? Why you say that?
I don't see too many superstars coming into to another superstar's team and being able to like shine the way they shine while the primary star is just like kind of off to the side. Like he's the culture of not only Golden State. Like he's probably one of the. There's few people who like changed the way basketball's played. Like
I mean, I
the
get it.
Jordans, the
I
AIs,
feel like
the Brons, the Stephs.
with his game, it's not really a selfish game.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
really
saying.
feel like he's giving
But-
up anything really though.
But I'm saying
He
I
already
don't.
plays like
how
that.
many how many players could go play with 3 other All-Stars, 1 other Olympic player?
How much of
Hall of
these
Fame
superstars
player, you know what I'm
is
saying?
really a shooter like Steph though?
That's what I'm. All right, it don't matter how he play. That's his style of play. That's what's gonna make him the most unselfish superstar ever.
I mean, I give it to you, but I feel like it's all because of how he plays. Like the way you play makes a point in that.
Yeah, that's not like an indictment, though.
But I feel like also
that's
Tim
what set it up.
Duncan. Tim Duncan is one of the players that's up there.
You were saying
He's very
that.
unselfish.
You were saying that. Braun,
Yeah, LeBron too, I guess. You know what I mean?
Kobe got unselfish because he kept getting his ass kicked.
You
out
know
the
why
first
Kobe
round.
got unselfish?
I just
Because
told you
Kobe
why. I
passed
just
the
told you
ball.
why.
Then y'all want to pass it back with 2 seconds, so Kobe feel like, what's the point of even passing it? Y'all not gonna take the shot. Y'all not gonna take the shot. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Just like how LeBron used to wait until it hit
Yo,
like
Max
3 seconds
Kellerman.
on the clock
Max
to
Kellerman was
pass
yo
the ball 'cause they wanna take the last shot.
yo. Max Kellerman was saying.
LeBron didn't want to take the last
Look,
shot.
look, come on, look. Max Kellerman was saying he would pick Andre Iguodala to take the last shot. Game
I mean, I
game
don't-
on the line, last shot over Steph. He's taking Andre.
I don't really agree with that, but I get it though. But I don't really agree with
Why
that.
you get it?
I get it just because
I try to
sometimes
get it. I don't get it.
sometimes sometimes Steph isn't the most clutch. He makes shots.
Yo,
He's the type like if he's up 2 or up 3, he might make that shot compared to if he's down 2 or down 3.
but
A lot of times he
like,
be missing those shots.
I feel like a lot of times niggas be drawing they conclusions off of like. I don't think everyone's considering everything. Like I don't think we consider how as soon as Steph get the ball, it's a frenzy on the court.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's consider how Steph is seeing 2 or 3 bodies thrown at him when he's in certain proximity to the rim versus Iguodala being able to catch the ball and take a deep breath and make sure his toes are set and make sure he laced his J's and then take the shot.
I mean, I get it.
So
but
it's
the
like-
shot is the shot.
The shot is a shot, but if you give them niggas the same amount of time, you still gonna tell me Iggy's gonna hit that shot more. You still want Iggy to take that shot if it's the same shot? Game 1 of line, Iggy hit them certain shots because of what Steph and Clay is able to do to the rest of the defense.
Yeah. Like I said though, I'm not like totally agreeing with it, but I get it though. You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
get it.
I get it.
I think he jumped all the way out the window for that.
But he been on that though. He been on that type of time.
Yeah. So I mean, back on the other side, Toronto. Let's say it's all said and done. Toronto wins, right? Let's say let's say that happens. Kawhi staying. He brought property. Does that mean anything?
I think Kawhi is staying. And
You think he's staying? Or you think he should stay?
I keep changing my mind. Yeah, I think he should stay.
All right, because we said that, but we didn't say he was
if
gonna
they
stay.
win. Especially if they win, he definitely should stay. Like that's a whole that's some historic shit.
Yeah,
You can't really leave that.
yeah.
You just started something new, like a whole new culture.
Yeah.
So I don't even think it makes sense to leave.
You think he could bring people? Like, you think he could
I
attract?
think so.
people?
I think between
This
him
year?
and Drake,
This year, because I don't think they spoke about people coming to Toronto as part of this free agency. Like all they ever spoke about was Kawhi came this year and then he's leaving. Like what's gonna happen with Kawhi leaving Toronto? But they never looked at it from the angle as if he stays, who's gonna come then?
I mean,
It's
between
been like
him
a
and Drake,
foregone conclusion that he's dipping or something. Like,
look, between him and Drake, I feel like they could bring somebody, but they're gonna have to make a few trades because they're gonna be tied up with cap space. You feel me?
What would you do?
They're not gonna have that much money left.
what would you do?
To be honest, I'm trading Kyle Lowry.
It's fucked
Because
up,
I could
right?
just put Van Vliet. I could put Van Vliet as the point guard. I don't really like.
I'm not starting Van.
I don't
Vliet,
really
bro. What?
need Kyle
If I'm
Lowry.
First of all, if I'm trading Kyle Lowry, I better be getting a point guard or like, is the draft? Is there something
Why-
going on in the draft? My nigga,
Why I can't
you-
work
you
on
gon-
Van Vliet?
Nah,
all
Van
Van
Vliet
Vliet
is-
gotta do is step it up defensively.
Nah, he's too small. He's good coming off the bench. Like I'm not trusting. I don't really fuck with small guards like that. Like no offense.
We're gonna have
Chris
to make
Paul
a few
been a
trades.
favorite point guard of mine for years. He obviously can't win. Small guards don't really look like they don't tend to win. Bledsoe,
But you never really
what I'm
root for
saying?
the good players though. You know what I mean? So you can't really take that. But but go ahead. My fault. My fault.
Kyle Lowry gotta stay. If they're not gonna get somebody that's gonna play the point guard, not necessarily somebody great skill, like somebody with size.
All right, I
Like
give
if
you
you gonna
that.
get me a Drew Holiday or something, I need someone with size
give
that
you
can
that.
play the guard.
I give you that.
6'2" plus. I need that. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me
Yeah.
Van Vliet's like 5'11", 5'10". He's great off the bench. He's giving that dynamic. It's a second unit that gotta like worry about adjusting to that, or he might mix it up in the first unit and it's gotta draw up different plays for him. But like if Van Vliet is my starting point guard, I'm not really sold on
alright,
him
so
being that
it might be
effective
for a
throughout the
few
game,
years
you know
where they
what I'm
don't bring nobody and they just keep dealing with that core. That might have to be what it is.
I don't know if that's gonna really entice. We saying that Kawhi should stay, but I don't think not helping him get some help is gonna.
I mean, they do
entice
have a
him,
good
you know what I'm
GM.
saying?
They could probably package
They
up a
probably got
good
the best
deal,
GM. They probably got the best.
trade
GM.
somebody.
Yeah.
But the only real trade piece that they're gonna have is Kyle Lowry, because you don't want to trade Siakam. You believe Siakam is your future. You know what I'm saying?
You could trade Ibaka.
So
You could package Ibaka somewhere.
if I'm a team, who I want, Ibaka or Kyle Lowry?
You could trade them both.
All right, that works out.
You could trade them both and get like some good shit for them. You could probably get like one good guard and a couple Ibaka sized niggas, one or
I
two.
mean, I'm with that, but who you really see them trying to get? It's not gonna be no time soon. It's not gonna at least be for like 3 years if he stay. But I believe
Would
with
you
that
trade?
team,
Would you trade two pieces to Philly for like Ben Simmons?
you don't even need that. I believe with the team that they have, they could at least make it to the Eastern Conference Finals like the next 2 out of 3 years.
Would you trade Kyle Lowry and like Ibaka to the Celtics for like Terry Rozier, or maybe like Kyrie trying to? No, he's a free agent. Talking about Terry Rozier and maybe like Jaylen Brown or something.
I wouldn't do that if I'm the Celtics.
Or yeah, why not?
For what?
Terry Rozier already won a dip.
and
Get him out of
and
here.
Brown for
Kyle Lowry
Ibaka.
for like, all right, Kyle Lowry and like
Kyle
Siakam.
Lowry?
All right, for like Siakam, and maybe
Aight.
you could get. What if you could get Tatum?
All three?
Nah, just like Terry Rozier and Tatum, and then maybe you could get him Kyle Lowry, Siakam, and Ibaka.
Yeah, that's possible. I can see that. And that'd
I
be
think
a
that's
good
not
fit.
bad for both teams.
If I'm Boston, I don't do that because I believe in Tatum more than I believe in Siakam or the players off the Raptors.
Why? Why? I'm not saying. I'm just.
I
playing
feel
devil's
like-
advocate.
I feel like-
Siakam a little younger, right? Or they about the same age?
I think they're about the same
Like
age.
25,
both their
something like
second year. I think
Yeah.
Tatum is more so like 22,
He's what?
21. Yeah, Tatum is like 21, 22.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
And Tatum to me is a better scorer. Like his game is a little more advanced than Siakam game
Yeah,
already.
I feel like he ain't have enough space to kind of do him like he did the year before. This year it was a little too crowded. Yeah, I agree. So you think we already said that we want Kawhi to stay. You think that it means something that he bought property? You think he's staying?
I feel like that means a little something. I don't think it's a big deal. He might have just fell in love with Canada and want to go there in the off season. But
He's 25, right?
I feel like it's like a little something, not a crazy big deal though.
They were saying DeRozan was saying
Yeah, I heard you was mentioning that earlier. What he said? Say it again.
Yo, you heard this? DeRozan said he had a little somber face, like he was like sad about it and shit, like playing with his
DeRozan
food
been
and shit.
sad since like they traded.
Yo,
that nigga,
look,
like.
Pimple Face was like, yo, I was a sacrificial lamb. What? Moonface, the craters and shit. he said I was a sacrificial lamb. And sometimes you gotta come to grips with knowing. Sometimes you gotta come to grips with knowing that you the reason why they even where they are, and anything like that is even possible for them.
DeRozan in the crib watching all their games in the dark. Like
The-
DeRozan don't know what to do.
DeRozan in the crib sending them texts to
With a
Kyle
blanket
Lowry.
halfway over his head. Like, he don't know what to do right now. Shout out DeRozan. You did your thing. But DeRozan, they made it to the conference finals. They made it to the second round. They made it to the conference finals.
Yeah.
So you made it as far as you was gonna take us,
So
bro.
listen, DeRozan is the most, like, he's the all-time Raptors leading scorer.
True, but
Like,
even
top
though
scorer.
he been there that long, it don't even feel like he made a big effect.
You can't
Like,
say
I
that. You can't
can't
say that
tell
because
you-
before DeRozan, they didn't get out like the second round, the
You
first
know
round.
what's
or something
crazy?
like that.
Tell me the 1 year that he did his thing. Like, yo, this 1 year, son was wildin'.
They didn't go 6 with the Heat or the Cavs at one time. I don't think they ever went 7, but they went 6.
I don't
a year,
remember
right?
the year DeRozan was wildin'. I can tell you what year Kawhi was wildin'. This year. But I don't listen. DeRozan been there like 8 years,
Yeah.
and I don't remember 1 year or one stretch of play or of games where I was like, yo, DeRozan is gonna do it this year.
So
He's just always been a good average player.
what was the
a good
what was the
all-star.
trade? What was the trade? You remember it? Total, like, you remember the whole trade?
I don't know. It was Danny Green, DeRozan. No, it was
DeRozan
DeRozan and some bench player for Danny Green and
Jakob
Kawhi. Yeah.
Jakob Poeltl, DeRozan and Jakob Poeltl for Kawhi and Danny Green.
Yes.
Straight up.
Yes.
And they let Danny Green also go.
Yes.
That was dumb. They could have got those two players for just Kawhi. It was because Kawhi was injured, right?
That's true.
They probably had to give up 2 because of that. And Kawhi had already won it out. So at that point, you got niggas against the wall, it's like, bro, well, we want 2. And
Right.
you want us to take this injured nigga. He already don't want to be there. So that's probably how it went down. In that case, then Toronto, that's why what's his name? They GM? I can't even say his name. Masai Ujiri?
Masai Ujiri.
That's why he probably the best one. Him and Elton Brand probably like the top 2
Yo,
GMs
they
in
caught
the
me
league right
by
now.
surprise with that Elton Brand.
Elton Brand was killing shit.
When they said Elton Brand is a GM of the Sixers?
Who? Jerry West? Yeah, of course. He probably the best ever, but he
Shout
not
out
really
Elton Brand
the GM
though,
right
man.
now. Nothing.
I
He the
feel
Clippers
like
right now?
He just retired
Actively?
like 5 years ago.
He is. I'm bugging out on this
Who?
podcast. Jerry West. I'm bugging out.
Yeah, shout out my boy Jerry West with the
Yeah, he
Clippers.
probably the best one. He probably the best one. I mean, this season though, I'm gonna probably give it to Elton Brand. It's fucked up how Philly didn't capitalize that, but on names, Elton Brand probably the best GM this season. If they got a GM awards, they gotta throw that to him.
Shout out my boy Elton, man. Changed
Yeah,
his
that
whole
was ill.
culture since
That was
playing
ill.
with the Clippers. Like,
Yeah,
it's a fact.
yeah. Shout out Elton Brand. Shout out Masai. That was crazy. That was crazy. I mean, they was getting to the Eastern Conference, but like Star said, it wasn't really like a wow factor. They wasn't gonna ever get over that hump. Even this year, they was going. Even with Braun gone, Milwaukee would have came out.
Yeah, they definitely would have.
Yeah, Milwaukee would have came out. Absolutely. All right. So speaking of Kawhi, speaking of the Raptors, we're gonna get back on Kawhi. So they saying that Kawhi is the closest thing to Jordan the league seen. You know how I feel about that. And the way you feel about that surprises me, but then again, you be bugging like 90% of the time.
Listen, I'm gonna go back on my own
You
word.
know how listeners think you
Listen.
wildin'. You know how listeners think you be wildin' 90% of the time.
I'm gonna go back on my own word. This is the first time I'm gonna ever do this.
Yeah,
This is
'cause
a
you be
Star Cash
bugging.
exclusive right here,
Because
y'all.
you be bugging. Tell the people you bugged out first.
I definitely bugged out.
All right.
You know what I mean? I hit my coconut.
There you go.
I was wilding. You feel me?
There you go.
Kobe is the closest thing to Michael Jordan, Michael Jeffrey
Yeah.
Jordan,
The league has ever seen.
not Kawhi Leonard. He hasn't been doing
Like,
it
I
long
get
enough.
what they saying. I get the style of play, but he's not as explosive. He's not as exciting. Not to say he's not exciting, but he's not as exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got the
Nah,
little
to be
fadeaway.
honest, he just got to do it a
he-
few more years. That's it, really.
I feel like
It's
niggas is
not
better
really-
off saying that he's just a better offensive Scottie Pippen, my nigga.
Yeah.
They try to give this Scott who they try to compare Scottie Pippen to. Like at first they said it was Braun, then they made Braun. They put Braun more in the Magic. Category, whatever the case. But they used to make that early comparison that Braun was like a souped up Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
I remember that exact quote. Now they trying to, you know what I mean, he's more Magic.
Yeah,
but you gotta say,
yeah. It's definitely Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, come on, bro.
He did it longer.
There's videos of the niggas like back to back moves of both of these niggas, the same fadeaway, the same off court walking, the same gestures, the same tongue out. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Like this, it's the same. So it's definitely Kobe. I don't even understand why that compare. It's not even like one person saying it. Like all of these shows are saying that.
I feel like everybody just living in the moment. That's kind of what happened with me.
They got that recency bias, right?
Yeah, everybody just living in the moment.
Like Kawhi's more clutch than Kobe, right? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Just living
That's
in the
one
moment
thing
right
we
now.
agree on. Me and you don't even agree on shit because you kind of, you know what I mean?
Because I speak straight facts. You know what I mean?
Nah, people don't think that.
You know, people tune in just to hear what Star Stizzy got to say, man.
Nah, people don't think that.
You feel me?
Nah, people don't think that. You think that for
all these suckers could feel free to come up here and debate your boy.
Nah, but you think people fuck with you? You be saying some crazy shit.
I'm the people's champ. I'm the people's champ. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's good, bro.
The Rock ain't got nothing on me.
This nigga over here.
Nigga say, feel like the people love me.
Yo, all right, so
final soon be kissing babies and all that. You know what's going on.
Final predictions, player. What you think?
Like I said, man, Raptors are going to lose in 6. You know what I mean?
No matter what.
No matter what.
No
They're
matter
going to lose in 6.
Clay come back or don't come back.
No matter what. No matter what. Losing in 6.
And if KD come at 4, if they lose tomorrow and KD come in 4, they losing in 5, right?
What? Say that again?
Like if they win tomorrow without KD, game 3, and then KD come in 4.
I feel like it still might be 6 because KD might come back and it still might have like, you know, a little adjustment period. So you never know. I'm going to still leave it on 6. I'm going to still leave it on 6.
I seen you say some shit on the gram about when Kendrick Perkins said like the Raptors in 6, and you said something about these niggas be smoking crack. Now you said these niggas be cracked out. Like that's a wild.
I don't think Kendrick Perkins said that. Watch your
Kendrick
mouth,
Perkins
man.
definitely said that.
Perkins
He
said
definitely
that?
said that. He definitely said that. And you was saying like
Perkins been having some good.
Because of no KD.
And you was saying that niggas be bugged, fucked out. Like that was so far fetched.
These ball players be like knowing ball.
So that's what I'm saying. Alright, that's what I mean. You think that's mad far fetched?
I think it was far fetched of him to say Raptors in 6.
It's not really far fetched.
The
It's
Raptors
just
can't
on
win?
who you believe in more.
The
It's
Raptors
like
can't
whose
win?
style you believe in more.
The Raptors can't win?
At that point, it was a healthy
It's possible for them to win. It is. I'm not ruling them out.
If we saying
I just got the Warriors.
if we say all right, cool, that's what you got. But if we saying that this is the only year that Golden State looks like they not the most dominant all the time, or it looks like the other team isn't afraid of them, or they don't like really panic when usual teams panic, or they're the most hurt, the most vulnerable, and this is the year for someone to beat them. And the East, there was 3 solid picks. People picked Boston, people picked Philly, and people picked 4 solid picks. People picked Milwaukee, and people picked the Raptors. Looking back at it now, you know what I'm saying? Celtics was never gonna get there because of like the in-house discourse. Philly was too. I mean, Philly. I don't even want to say Philly was too new. Philly, they was new. Yeah, they was new because they got the 2 new pieces, Tobias and Jimmy. But at the same time, that process is just wild. It's broken. Ben Simmons is not really working out. I think it's broken. That's on us debate.
Yeah.
Milwaukee, looking back at it, they wasn't experienced enough. So the Raptors definitely looking now at all the teams we thought was gonna get here had the best chance. With all that being said, y'all still don't think Raptors could get these niggas in 6 or 7 with home court.
It's just
My nigga, if
the Warriors been
home court
doing
could
it.
swing tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It could swing back to home court tomorrow.
The
type
Warriors
shit.
been doing it, bro. The Warriors like I gotta give them the edge.
I would rather y'all said that Golden State would win in 7. Like 6 is like I get it, but it's kind of like
I mean 6 is better
like
than
the
5.
way y'all
You want us to
saying
say
it with
winning
y'all
5?
chest out is crazy. The Warriors have lost to 6 with fully loaded. Not even to be a Bron fan, but the Cavs beat the Warriors in 6 with a fully loaded team.
I
Minus
don't
Draymond,
feel like it's
whatever,
such a big deal to say they're gonna win in 6. I don't think so.
I'm not gonna say it's a. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it's just. I'm not gonna say it's a big deal. I feel like it's just a just not respecting the Raptors shit. And I get it because you look at the Raptors and they been little brother. You see Kyle Lowry, you still don't want to take him serious. I get it, but it's a very different team.
Yeah, that's not.
And
Also, I feel like with Kawhi being a little injured, it's like, you know what I mean.
I feel like that's gonna work itself out.
All right, we
I
gonna
feel
see.
like
I hope
feel
it
like
does go to
Klay
7.
Like especially I think my button is pushed when Clay gets injured and niggas still feel like that.
Okay.
Then it's like, nah, boy, come on. Like, there's no Clay. It's not impossible,
we
but
still believe
y'all
in Chef
niggas
Curry.
gotta like, nah,
We still believe in Chef
not like
Curry.
that. Not like that to me. I mean, and you know that's my man.
Yeah.
Not like that.
We
I
still
think
believe
it's
in
7.
Chef.
I think it's 7 either way, but I hope the Raptors get in 7. Listen, I'm prepared to take it all back if Golden State come back in 6.
It's not your first time, bro.
You just finished giving an apology to the people, bro. You just finished looking crazy on you. Come on, son. You be bugging, man. Your takes ain't all that.
It's not your first time. It's not your first time.
Let's talk about. All right, so you think Golden State gonna get in 6? I think 7.
Mm-hmm.
Naj thinks 6 Golden State, but you say it could be 7.
Yeah, I respect 7.
I respect 7. I think the Raptors gonna get in 7. If it go to 7, this is what I'm gonna say. If it goes to 7, Raptors. If it goes to 7, like this, if Golden State is gonna win, they gotta win in 6. If it goes to 7, Raptors.
I don't think so.
And that's my take. That's how I'm ending.
I think if it goes to 7, Golden State will have home court and KD will have them back
How?
for at least 2 to 3 games.
How is it gonna? The last game is in. If it goes to 7, the 7th game is in Toronto.
I still got the Warriors, even if it go to 7.
Yeah. Who had the better record?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Toronto.
Toronto had the better record, right?
It's gonna be in Toronto.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like Golden State are gonna end it
yeah.
at the Oracle. I'm just not that worried about the
we
Toronto
gonna
Raptors.
We're gonna see.
I'm not Jack.
Let's talk these other teams, y'all. Rockets. What's going on? The Rockets is trying to trade everybody. That's not crazy.
Huh?
The Rockets is trying to trade everybody.
Like, they're in a real fucked up situation because
Y'all good?
Chris Paul, like, who's taking that contract? Chris Paul hasn't done nothing for me lately.
I feel like the Lakers. Will do
Then
some
again,
dumb
I'm
shit
not even
like
gonna
try to
lie.
take
Chris
that
Paul is an
contract,
okay
man.
player. He has stepped it up a little lately, but I'm always hearing how he's a bad teammate though.
Yeah, I be hearing it.
I'm not even gonna lie.
A lot of people don't like him.
And
And he like the president of the Players Association, some shit like that.
yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people don't like him.
I don't know.
I feel like the Lakers would do some dumb shit, like try to take that contract. Just 'cause
with
Braun wanna
who's
play
Harden
with-
contract or
Nah,
Chris Paul's contract.
Chris Paul, because Braun want to play with Chris Paul, some wild shit.
I feel like that. I feel like that.
That shit will upset me. You hear me? That shit will upset me, dog.
We gonna see.
Like unless if AD also come, it won't upset me like that. If AD also come and we could still keep. You know, I love Kuzma, boy. Starting, I love Kuzma. I don't want Kuzma
I
to
like
leave,
Lonzo
son.
Ball a little more
Than Kuzma?
Yeah.
You rather if you was a Laker fan, because you're not nasty. if you had this nigga, right? If you had to give up one, you giving up Kuzma over Lonzo?
Yeah. Plus, I feel like I get more for Kuzma than Lonzo.
That's fair.
You feel me?
That's fair.
I
guess
like Lonzo's
yeah.
game a little more.
That's fair. And all right, so let's say you did get Chris Paul. What happens to Lonzo? Is he starting point guard or is he coming behind Chris Paul?
But I feel like that's why they don't go get Chris Paul, like, because they already got Lonzo.
I hope they don't do that shit.
That'll just be stopping Lonzo's growth.
So they want to give up everybody. I even heard that they would like. I don't think Harden is safe. Like
I feel like
I
they're
don't think
just
Harden
saying
is safe
that.
from being traded.
I feel like they're just saying that just to let the team know, like, or the players know nobody's
Slay,
safe
nobody's
on the
safe.
team. Like even during the year, you're not safe. You have to do what you have to do.
Their best option though moving forward is you got great pieces.
Right.
You can get a lot of shit for Clint Capella. You get a lot of shit for Eric Gordon. You get a lot of shit for putting these packages together separately, whatever. You get a lot of shit for a player like Chris Paul if you can move that contract. You wish you could move that contract. You get a lot of shit for a player like PJ Tucker. His stock is up, but I would keep him because PJ Tucker to me is like the Draymond. Like he's
He
like
could stay.
he's like one of the identity. Like Harden is very much the identity, but like I ain't gonna say that like PJ's the identity. Like Draymond is part of the identity. but he's like he gives the roughness. Like ain't a lot of rough players on each team. Like ain't a lot of Rod Artest. Like you know, I could say like
I
Peter
feel
Tucker's
like
one of them niggas.
I feel like the Rockets, they have to look at it like this. Do we want to rebuild, or are we still trying to win a championship? If you want to rebuild, you could trade Harden, Chris Paul, get some great pieces back, and just, you feel me?
What you want to do? What do you want to do? You know what's going on with D'Antoni, his contract. They was.
I mean,
they
me
was about to
personally.
hold on, they was about to do their extensions. Just
Yeah.
explain niggas. They was about to do the extensions. Apparently, what was it? 4 mil or 5 mil, and then a mil for each playoff victory.
For every playoff round he wins,
Yeah.
they get a mil.
So like
he
9
get
mil
a mil.
potentially 9 mil.
Yeah.
And he off that he immediately just closed discussions. Like, what do you like?
I mean, look.
What do you do if you running the Rockets? What are you doing, knowing what you got going on?
I feel like I still try to do it again this year. And then if it doesn't work this year, I trade James
With the
Harden
team.
or somebody. Yeah.
With the team.
'Cause
You're not giving up these niggas.
It's not much you're going to get. It's not much you're going to get for Chris Paul because nobody wants to take that contract. And Chris Paul is like, what, 35 now? I'm not going to give up a good young player for Chris Paul. So, and then Capella, he might be the only one that if I don't trade him this year, I might not be able to get that same value next year. That's the only player. Because with Harden, whoever I'm going to trade Harden for this year, I'm going to be able to get that same player next year. Because Harden is going to still be at, like, you feel me, a top 5 player in the league. So with Capella, he might be the only one that I have to trade right now. If he's not top 5, he's top 10. What I'm saying is he's in that conversation. He's in that conversation.
So you're not even entertaining trading on these niggas right now?
Nah, I'm going to just let it stay.
None of them. Like you're not gonna trade it. You're not gonna trade a Eric Gordon.
Who I'm gonna really trade to make a big impact?
I'm telling you, you're not gonna trade a Eric Gordon.
Nah.
Give me a bench with Green, Danny Green. I mean, what's his name?
Not really, because Eric Gordon, he's still
Gerald Green.
Eric Gordon is still a good shooter. He's doing his thing. It's not really his fault why they lost.
He's probably the best 6 man in the league.
The rest of their bench players, I'm not really like who I'm gonna really trade for Gerald Green or Austin Rivers. Like those are still, I'm gonna get a player just like them. Now it's maybe
you need shooters. Maybe you need players like maybe for them type of players you get a couple good ass shooters because that's the style of play they playing anyway.
Maybe I go out and I get like a Kyle Korver maybe or JJ Redick.
Bomb.
But if you're really trying to make a big impact, then you got to trade one of the big 3. I feel like anybody else you want, you could just pick them up in free agency or make a minor trade. But if you're really trying to make a big splash, like you say, you have to trade one of those 3. And the only one to me is really Capella.
Would you trade Capella and like Eric Gordon for Ben Simmons? I stay trying to move Ben Simmons. Get Ben Simmons the fuck out of here. I stay trying to move that nigga. Son.
If I trade Capella, it gotta be for like, I don't know. It gotta be for somebody like Kristaps from Dallas. It gotta be somebody where it's like another great big man. Even though Capella is not that great of a big man, he's still good enough.
You talking about Kristaps?
Yeah, Porzingis from Dallas.
Yeah.
I gotta trade him for somebody that's like that. That's gonna give me something.
You can't get like, all right. So even like free agents though, you can't get like a. Imagine, I'm just throwing shit on the wall. Like
no, but they don't really have the money like that either though.
So you could let some niggas go. Like you don't have to trade niggas to make your team better. You could cut niggas up out their contract.
All right.
You could waive niggas.
I mean, but
you could let niggas or you could not re-sign niggas.
I feel like
could they get like a could they get a nigga like D'Angelo? Is that too much? You gotta pay him too much?
I feel like you gotta let go of one of the big 3 though to get D'Angelo Russell.
Who's the big 3? Who's the big 3?
Out of Chris Paul, Capella, and
You wouldn't let Capella go to get you
I don't really need Russell because Russell and Harden kind of play the same. Russell and Harden, like, they're both left-handed. They both want the ball.
I'm just asking.
They both, you know what I'm saying? They dominate the ball.
That's trash.
I
just don't like Capella over there.
I like Capella.
Oladipo, like, I don't know. I'm just throwing shit to the wall. Like.
Cause look, Capella plays his role, bro.
I think D'Antoni's system need a scoring big man.
That's true, but they have like a pick and roll system though. They
That's
don't
why
really,
they need a scoring big man.
They don't really want to dump the ball down low.
But if they got a like a perimeter big man like a Kristaps or what's his name?
Yeah,
a Jokic or what's his name on the Blazers that's injured?
That's why I say they need
Nurkic.
a person like Kristaps, because you don't have
Kristaps.
to dump the ball down low and make him post up. You could do the pick and roll and have him pick and pop. With the big man they have now, you got to pick and roll and lob that. You can't really pick and pop.
Yeah, that's facts.
So
you being the Rockets, you trying to go one more time?
yeah, I'm gonna go one more year because it's not really the biggest splash I'm gonna make is trading Capella, and I don't feel like I'm gonna get somebody back that's gonna do what Capella does or better. There's not really that much people out there.
And then you just gonna ride it out with D'Antoni because he got one more year. He don't look like he
year.
extended it.
One more
Niggas
year
don't look
for
like they
everything.
want to extend it anyway with him.
But it's one more year for everything. One more year if it don't work, I could trade Harden. I could trade the big man. D'Antoni's out of here. So just one more year. We'll see.
These niggas is not gonna make a run.
You never know.
Nah, I mean if Golden State break up, you think what? You think it's possible? You think they could make a run? You think they could beat the Nuggets next year? You think they could beat Portland next year?
Look, I don't even think the Rockets is that good of a team. To be
Harden
honest
not
with
getting
you.
no rings.
They're not that really.
We spoke about Westbrook changing his play. We can get back into that because that was some wild. We was having a big heated battle on that shit.
Yeah, he was
but
bringing out.
But Harden need to change his play.
I don't even really, not as much as like a person like Westbrook does. Harden just has to be bigger in those big moments. That's it, really. Like
It's
take
more
the
than
ball
that.
out of Chris Paul's
It's more
hands
than
and
that.
let me do it.
Nigga, he gotta play defense. He gotta stop.
He stepped it up this year defense. He was top 5 in steals.
My nigga, that nigga is playing the passes lane. He's not playing on ball. He's not locking up nobody.
But a person
He's
like
not stopping
LeBron
the
don't
niggas.
even play on-ball defense during the year either.
All right, we talking about during the year. LeBron to play defense when it's time. Harden can't play defense. Harden's not locking
Harden is
niggas
not
down.
that bad of a defender, bro.
But he's not that
Not
good
bad.
either, nigga. He's not that good of it.
He's average.
That's not great. All right, he got to step that. We talking about what he got to change. He got to step that up. He
But
got to
it's
stop.
not-
He got to stop sitting at half court with his hands on his knees because he's not running the offense. You could tell he don't like when Chris Paul's running the offense. It's like he want to be ball dominant. And Kobe said himself, he just stay at the top of the key, dribbling crazy, trying to force a foul, and then complaining when it don't get called.
I mean, I don't really think he has to change that much. Those points that you made are good points. He might have to change those too, but other than that, I don't really see what else he got to change.
So what's a player like Westbrook got to change if they want to make a move?
This is his whole mindset. His whole mindset of I'm not the star. Like Paul George, you're the star.
You hear this nigga? Not that it's not what should happen, but
Yo,
it's
bro.
not going to. You have to think like it's got to be a different way for him. If we talking about him realistically winning a ring, it's not gonna be him changing his alpha mentality, bro. That's a dub.
Yo,
Let's take a little 10. I gotta use the bathroom and
take
shit.
a little 10. Yeah, man, listen, take a 10, collect your thoughts.
We gonna get back.
Because you was
we
about
gon-
to come with some nonsense.
Yeah, we gonna get back on this Westbrook shit because you gotta explain to me how son is about to change.
That's a fact. All right, be back, man.
So, we back. Talk to me about what Westbrook has to do. That's, you know what I'm saying, to become a champion, I guess.
I'm a firm believer in Westbrook just has to change his whole state of mind. And, like, just the way he's playing. Like, he's a good player, right? Westbrook is a good player. I love his attitude. I love the way he plays. I love, like, his drive and all that. Like, he's not taking no shit, and he's going to try to back it up, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes he makes it like a personal thing, like a one-on-one thing, when it don't really always have to be like that. He has to learn how to just play team ball. Because at the end of the day, he's the point guard. He's the general of the team. He got to.
All right, but see, you saying that's more, I can fuck with you on that. But that's
Right.
not what you said that made me say that's impossible.
What
Did you say? You said he has to defer and tell Paul George and that it's his team and he has to run
he
the
gotta
team.
do that.
That's what I don't see happening. I don't see Russell Westbrook going to be no second option, especially on his quote team that he started on and kind of built up, if you giving him credit.
That goes hand in hand with what I just said, though. He has to be a team player. Being a team player,
That don't mean he got to be the second best player.
Is you deferring to Paul George? Paul George, listen. We
All right,
need
but
you to be
niggas
the
could be
number one.
like
There's
KD.
no-
KD's a team player. He's the best player though. Like that's not the same thing. being a team player is what he got to do, but I don't see him deferring to like you saying what Paul George take more shots and Paul George
what
take
I'm
the last
saying
shot.
is
Like what you saying?
You gotta know, it's not even all about Paul George. You gotta know when I'm coming down, I'm not gonna take this 3. Let me look for a better shot.
All right, well that makes sense.
But that's what I said though.
Nah, that's not what you said. That's
what
not what
I
you
said
said.
altogether, though.
I think you sat outside. I think you hit your little spliff and was like,
I
you
said,
know,
yo, that's what I said.
I
this
was
whole
kind of
time.
bugging. Let me soften this up when I
Listen,
get back up. I think that's what happened
people
because
love
that's
to
not what
say
you said.
stars
Nah, it's what he
bugging.
said, boy. Did he not say
Stars
he gonna have to
never bugging.
defer and say, Paul George,
That's
this
just
is
a
your
fact,
team?
He said he said that Westbrook needs to
Defer.
play like Paul George. You're the man.
Aight, that's different.
But what's wrong with that though?
I
That's facts.
don't see that. Right, I could agree with you. What I'm
Listen.
saying is that Westbrook is not doing that.
Yo, bro, Paul George was like 4th in the running for MVP this year. What's wrong with deferring to Paul George? He's obviously doing something right.
But Westbrook is still taking more shots, the majority of the shots.
But
And at the same time, Paul George averaged, 20-something, and then he was just great defensively. That's why he was in the MVP. Westbrook was still averaging a triple-double this year, right?
okay, I mean,
All right,
look,
we could
it's-
agree that he padding the stats, but it's not like he's deferring in like, you're the man.
Listen, bro.
Obviously, that's
listen.
how Dame got in his ass, nigga, because he want to go ball for ball. This nigga, like, come on.
And that's where he be fucking up at. He
All
can't go
right.
for ball. Listen, what I'm saying is, bro, all he gotta do is pass the ball a little bit more. All
I
right?
agree with that.
He gotta just stop taking all the wild shots and trying to be a hero. Ain't nothing wrong
I agree
with
with
that.
that. I agree with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I agree with that part. But him not be him letting Paul George be the man is not. That's a dub. That's not going down.
So who gonna be the man?
I think what needs to happen is I told you they need to for Westbrook needs to be the man. Obviously, it's just like it's like a player like AI. You can't really change that player game in
But
the
they
ninth inning.
haven't won
Like, it's
with
like
him
Carmelo.
being
All
the
right,
man.
cool. Niggas like that their GMs have failed in building teams around them. What I'm saying is I don't know the cap space. We just chopping it. What I'm saying is that for a player like Westbrook to prosper the way he needs to, he needs a big man, a 4 or 5 that can facilitate, get his own shot. Like Westbrook can't play with a Steven Adams and win. Westbrook, like Steven Adams, I'm not saying get rid of him. He protect the rim. He's thick. You know what I'm saying, pause. He do, you know what I mean? He do what he got to do. Like, but I'm saying if they had not these exact players, but we said Chris Stapps, one of them players, a Jokic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A Boogie, a nigga that can get the ball, command some kind of attention and be able to pass it out or get the ball off of, you know what I mean, clean it up and get his own bucket. Like, Steven Adams is calling a big ass pick and he might get the ball stripped or some
You know
shit
why
like
I
that.
don't
He
agree
might
with
score,
you?
but he not putting up 18 plus, and
You
that's what
know-
he need.
All that is good what you're saying. You know why I don't agree with you though?
Why?
Westbrook done play with so much good players. It's like every year or every other year, this man
He
is
played with
playing
good
with
wings.
a good player.
He played with good wings. Maybe he not.
So what?
Listen.
After
Maybe
a
he's
while,
not a wing.
it gotta
he
be
can't fuck with.
you. It gotta be you after a while. Like, it can't always be the other player. Come
Yo,
on.
either you get
Jeff Green, KD, fucking Oladipo, Carmelo, Paul George. Come on.
You said KD. You said Harden.
Harden.
Facts.
Come on.
All right. I don't disagree with you.
Westbrook just gotta get it together, bro. That's
not
it.
all right. I don't agree with you. But what I'm saying is, if you not even saying you Westbrook now. If you the Thunder,
Right.
you only gonna win if you get him a player, like I'm saying, in my opinion, or if you trade him. So
I don't feel like they gotta do like.
and they
either one
probably
of
can't
those.
trade him with that this nigga, the way he got.
What about the changing of the coach? I feel like if they go get Mark Jackson could talk a few, like, you feel me, 1-2 in his ear, like, yo, get your shit together, bro. You wilding the fuck out.
I hope for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like the Thunder fan, but
I don't know which coaches is available, but that might be
Mark
a good
Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy.
Move. Come on, Jeff Van Gundy. Come on, man. Get them guys in there. Who they got right now?
I don't know that nigga name.
Come
You know
on,
they
man.
coach?
He was coaching college ball.
You know they coach?
Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan.
This nigga
What has
nah.
he done for me lately? Come
I
on.
mean-
Billy Donovan?
Yeah, and then getting Paul George and actually getting him to re-sign. But it's a big ass deal. Them niggas still ain't doing shit with it. So I agree with that. But I'm just saying that it's more likely you get a big man like that before Westbrook changes game. That's what I'm saying. So either you get a big man like that, so that Westbrook is able to bring the ball up, pass the ball in to the block, attention go that way. He come off a pick and slash down the middle like he want to do and get the ball and go up, foul call or N1, whatever. Or get a pick call, go around it, pick and pop, drive, alley-oop, something. Like, but Steven Adams ain't doing nothing but setting the pick. Steven Adams ain't doing nothing but clogging the lane when niggas is driving.
Even your man Jalen said that he should pass the ball to Steven Adams a little bit more.
But what is he gonna do? Like, he need ones that can space the floor.
But you
like
getting rid of Ibaka.
Come on, my nigga.
You don't even watch a Thunder games.
You
don't know what's going on with Steven Adams.
I watch him in the playoffs.
What's the last Thunder game?
In the playoffs. In the playoffs.
Yo,
in the playoffs.
You would swear this guy didn't watch like
my nigga,
you watch every
82
team? Games.
This nigga is.
I watch more than Thunder games than you do.
All right, but we both watched him in the playoffs, correct?
Listen,
we both watched him in the playoffs, correct?
I didn't have them beating like.
Why not?
They
got a better team. They got a better team. Why not? Especially with
because I knew Westbrook was gonna do that. That's why they had them beating on Portland.
Especially with Nurkic getting injured. You would have had them beating them niggas, but they was better than that team.
I don't understand why people's making a big deal out of Nurkic. You still had the two young big guys.
Yo,
Leonard and somebody else.
Yo, look, you hear me? Bottom line, nigga. Westbrook needs a player, a four, a stretch four, or a stretch five, or the Thunder needs to trade him.
I just feel like Westbrook got to get it together, and maybe a change of the coach.
That's a fact. But
you know what I mean?
I don't
changing the coach might be what you got to do.
I don't see Westbrook doing much different with his game. That's all I'm saying with that.
All right, so a trade then. Don't say you get another big man. Like, I ain't really gonna do nothing.
So speaking of trades, then the Knicks say they wanna well they mainly
tired of the Knicks.
They mainly wanna use their pick as like a kind of bait. They said the Knicks considering trading the number 3 pick to Atlanta for 8 and 10. That was dumb. They said the Knicks is willing to do some shit with New Orleans, which make more sense, and getting AD getting AD and getting just AD, I think, for the 3rd pick, because Zion wants to play with someone he's comfortable with. Him and RJ, you got a young core, you want to start over. AD want to dip anyway. Kill 2 birds, get that nigga out, and bring in the young talent.
That's what makes sense.
That's what makes sense. I don't know what the fuck they traded Atlanta for 8 and 10 for. That don't make no fucking sense.
It's the Knicks though. Like, the Knicks found some way to fuck up everything.
So if you the Knicks, what are you doing? You keeping the pick or you trying to trade it to New Orleans?
I'm keeping that pick.
You keeping that pick? Oh, you're not trying to get AD. You're not trying to get AD.
If I'm the Knicks, real talk, I'm gonna try to keep it. But if it come down to it, I'm not mad at them trading it to the Pelicans. But I'm gonna try to keep it set.
I'm mad at it.
Why? I can see Barrett playing with KD.
That's what I'm saying. Keep the pick. I'm mad if they trade it. I don't think they should get AD.
Okay. But
it's partly because I want AD to go to LA, but also I don't see AD making a difference in the Knicks, and I don't want to be trash with another good player again. Though. Like I need the next good player
AD
to shake it up. You know what I'm saying?
Bad.
Yeah, but we don't know if KD coming to New York, bro. And I don't feel like niggas want to come to New York.
Property out here too, though.
Everybody got property out here.
So you was talking the same property talk with
Yeah, but who buys property in Toronto though? Niggas buy property in New York all the time.
Yeah. You feel me?
That's not a fact.
People buy property everywhere.
What's the thing?
The thing is though is that is it getting AD that will help them attract someone in free agency, or is it keeping their pick that will help them attract someone in free agency?
I feel like they can't go wrong. I feel like they can't go wrong.
Keeping their pick. I'm gonna tell you why. Keeping their pick. I'm gonna tell you why. Because first, what happens to AD? What are you gonna do? You get him for 1 year, Because at the
But
if you,
that's
hold
one
on,
of
hold
the
on,
teams that
hold
he
on.
said that he was signed to.
All right, listen. He got 1 more year on the contract, right?
Right.
So he's getting traded, right?
Right.
He's not a free agent. He's not a free agent, right?
Right.
All right. So if you getting him next year, if you get him this year, come in the Knicks, right? You got what, 2 max slots or whatever. Next year you're gonna have to give him a max slot.
Right.
Do you want to do that when you could keep RJ Barrett, keep under the rookie deal, and the upside is way higher, and you could still attract players that might want to play with the young nigga, and there's two max slots already.
You got a good point with that. You got a good point with that.
So what you want to do? You want to get AD? You want to keep RJ? I want to keep RJ.
Yeah.
And
I'ma side
I
with that.
want
I'ma
AD
keep
to go
RJ.
play with Braun. So
I'ma
all
keep
right,
RJ.
cool. Yeah, let's do that.
But then, what if you just get KD and
That's already
fucking
enough to wild up the East.
KD and Davis. What if, you feel me? What if you get KD and Davis?
What if you get KD, Davis, and Jimmy Butler?
Feel me? But nah, they don't even need like Jimmy Butler. They could just have like a regular point guard and just fill the team.
But
up
I'm
with
saying
mad
you got
shooters.
2 max slots. Next year you don't. Next year you don't have to give AD the max because he got 1 more year. Correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. But
So
he's
that you
gonna
still
want
got
the
2
max,
this
though.
year.
He's gonna want a
But
max
he's not.
contract.
Isn't he not getting it until 2020? Like
Yeah,
2019 is 2 max slots.
But
If
how,
they get AD, he's coming in a trade.
yeah, but then remember he's still gonna be a free agent the year after.
All
And
right.
You already spent all that.
Well, at
bread,
that
so
point,
he
you're gonna
might
have
not
to worry
stay.
about him not staying or freeing up some more space for him. That's a different story. I'm talking about this year though.
All right, talking about this year, then you feel me? That'll be crazy.
There's not that much space though, because he already is getting a large amount now.
Is he getting a max though?
He might have a max already. He might
In the
be
Pelicans?
at the end of his, like a max
All right,
is
well, I'm
not gonna
fishing,
be that
nigga.
much higher than what he
Well, I'm
already
fishing
is.
for a perfect world and that happens,
You
nigga.
ain't gonna
If,
catch nothing.
sue me if nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd keep
You just want your man Braun to get some help. Shit.
all right, and also keep RJ, bro.
Yeah, that's a
Yo,
fact.
back up off me, dogs.
I want RJ in New York.
You want RJ in New York? Me too. I want Zion in New York, but I guess we can't. Hey, bro, I want John Morant.
That's a fact. I was
In
about
New
to
York.
say that.
I want John Morant in New
Come
York.
on, man. Hey, man, get,
Grizzlies talking about they taking him though, so.
get my boy John Morant in here, man. Ja Rule.
So, so speaking of AD, they had a dinner.
Yeah.
I still don't think that means anything. AD's not gonna put back on the Pelicans
AD.
uniform. Them niggas booed him.
AD tired of them niggas over there. It's mad like
Yeah.
he just need a change of scenery. Like
They took billboards down. He sat on the side, did not play, no explanation.
you ain't worried about
Suited
that
and
shit.
booted.
AD the only player that didn't do shit, but he ranked like top 5 in the league though. So
Like, I mean,
You gotta be doing something.
he ain't put up 50 last season. He had a 50 game.
I mean,
Like right after
Everybody have a 50
right
game.
after Cousins left. Everybody do not have a 50 game. my nigga.
everybody
What
have
you
a
talking
50 game. You say a 50 game like that, like what the fuck?
about? You gonna have 50, bro. What are you talking about?
Come on, man. You want me to bring the tapes
So
out?
who's the best running mate then for Braun? If we talking this free agency, since
Klay
I want
Thompson.
Braun to get help,
Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson's the best he
The
could do.
best.
You want that better? You want that more than AD if you Braun?
I want that more than AD. Klay Thompson. I don't feel like LeBron has ever played with a shooter that's like at that level where like Klay Thompson is. It's like he can really space the court for Braun.
Ray Allen?
Come on, but that was Ray Allen in like his last year.
Ray Allen hit the shot that arguably.
But how
saved
much
Braun
shots
career,
can
right?
Klay hit? Like you feel me? That's gonna be at like as big as that.
I'm not saying he better than that Ray Allen is better. I'm just saying like Braun has definitely played with some elite shooters.
Yeah, but
Kyle Korver, Mike Miller
this
have
is
hit.
all right. But
Boogie used to hit. I mean, Boobie.
he's gonna automatically
used to hit.
be one of the best shooters he ever played with because Klay Thompson is already one of the best shooters that ever played the game.
I don't think he's all right. I'm not disputing you, but I don't think he's ever played with arguably another star on the incline like that. Like Kyrie had an upside, but not as much of an upside as AD might have. And by the time he played with Dwayne Wade, he was like on a decline or at least plateau. And
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like with LeBron and somebody like Klay Thompson, you feel me? With like a few more shooters, you can't really double Bronny. You feel me? You get like another person in there like Jimmy Butler. He could score 2. He could come in there and do what he got to do. I mean, I just
agree.
don't feel like
I still
Davis
agree.
is.
huh? I mean, I'm cool with either one.
Yeah.
Like I agree with the Klay Thompson for a different reason. Like obviously the shooter,
Yeah.
But I'm more attracted to the fact that he's a two-way player. Like, not only is he a shooter, he's like I need a defender. But AD's a good defender, but first of all, AD's like injury prone already.
Yeah.
So that's one. Two, there's a concern that he could clog the lane up.
Right.
With him and Braun together. Now I feel like they both space it out enough and could facilitate whatever, where it's not that big a deal. But that's not really a concern with Klay Thompson.
Right.
And Klay Thompson is moving. Braun is gonna get the pretty passes. He's gonna look like the best passer in the world again with Klay Thompson running them crazy screens. You know what I'm saying? Braun's gonna find him all the time. So I agree that Klay Thompson is probably the best, but it's not realistic.
You know what I mean? Listen, I just want to give a little sidebar that Stars hitting all the takes so great tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't agree with at least like 9, 10 of my takes. Like, yeah, let's get it though. You feel me? Because coming into tonight, they try to doubt your boy, man, that I couldn't do it again.
Yo, you remember when he was just apologizing?
That I couldn't do it again.
Then we put a $20 bet up. What was the bet?
All my people, man.
That Ibaka was gonna have 14 twice before Siakam had 25.
Shout out all my guys hopping the train style because New York trying to
yo
put in their new system.
Yo, Ibaka gonna have 14 twice before Siakam have 25.
Oh, that's a fact.
All right.
30. 30. He's wilding out 30. Trying to come with the 25 like it's not 30.
Yo, listen, boy. All right, talk to me.
Can't believe he really believe in Siakam like that.
I saw this little topic on
This guy's
on
crazy.
the Twitters and shit.
What was that?
Niggas was saying what would you rather have seen? You seen this shit? Jordan don't retire the first time.
Right.
So that means he played. How much years he had retired for? Like 3 or 2? 1 year? It was only one season? Like it was 3 then. Yeah, all right. So he didn't retire that. It wasn't 2? Because they say he could have won 8 straight. I think it was 2. So he didn't retire.
Yeah, because he retired the first time, I think, went to play baseball or whatever it was.
And then he
golf. Retired again. Then when he came back that next time, he went to Washington. Right?
Oh.
Okay. To the Wizards.
Yeah, fact. So he retired once in between the 3, in between the 6, I mean. And then once after.
Jordan never retired the first time.
Yeah. All right, yeah, you're right. So Jordan never retired the first time. If D Rose never got hurt. If Shaq and Kobe never split up, or Bron versus Kobe in the playoffs. I mean, in the chip.
Right.
Which one would you have rather seen happen?
So you already know I'm a big.
I want to throw Brandon Roy in with Derrick Rose, not as a separate thing, but if both of them couldn't have, if both of them didn't suffer the injury.
Shout out my boy Brandon Roy.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them both. In
but
yeah.
So you already know I'm a big Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant fan.
Yeah.
You feel me? Second best player of all time, but I ain't gonna get into all that right now. That would have been a big deal. I really wanted to see that year because that's when they both was going up for like who's the best player in the league, LeBron, Kobe. Like I was for all the hype, right? But come on, man. Come on, my boy D Rose, Rookie of the Year,
and Brandon Roy. It's just combined question.
I mean, shout out Brandon Roy too. You feel me? Shout out Brandon Roy, but with all due respect to Brandon Roy,
Get off that?
nah, I'm Gucci. With all due respect to Brandon Roy, like he wasn't on the same level as Derrick Rose, so I got to talk about that separately. Like, you know what I mean? Shout out Brandon Roy though. That's my guy. You feel me? He definitely did his thing. I'm not gonna
argue it, but I feel like I don't know.
He definitely did his thing,
Brandon
though. Brandon Roy was that guy, but he
wasn't
on the same level as Derrick Rose,
niggas,
though. He wasn't on the same level as Derrick Rose.
He wasn't a wild scorer.
I'm not. Look, bro, come on. The facts is the facts. Rookie of the Year, then All-Star, All-Star starter, then what? Then MVP the third year. Come on, son. Then MVP the third year. Like,
all right, so continue your point. You rather, out of all them things I said.
Yeah, man. I'm with
out
that.
Out of all
that,
them things I said.
Yeah, I'm with that D Rose, you feel me, and Brandon Roy one. Like, I wanted to see that. Like, I was really hurt to see D Rose go down like that, just because I know it was over. Like, it was never going to be the same. Like, I really felt that. You get what I'm saying? So I would have loved to see him, like, keep going at that same peak that he was going at. Like, you feel me?
I think personally, though, at first I was saying what I was saying. I'd rather see Bron and Kobe.
Yeah.
And then you was being funny. What you said? You said, what, niggas know what'll happen? Or what'll happen?
Nah, I mean, like, what you mean, just now I was saying that? Or like?
Nah, like when we was talking about a couple days ago. He won Rookie of the Year, right? Yeah, back to my point. Brandon Roy was also Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no
What's the
shade
career
on.
stats?
There's no shade on Brandon Roy, bro.
Nah, what's the career stats, though?
Bro, there's no shade on Brandon Roy.
Like
but when it
28,
come down
right?
to it, Brandon Roy
Like
wasn't
28,
fucking
right?
with Derrick Rose,
27.
nigga. What?
I'm not saying he was.
What
I'm
the
just
fuck is
saying.
this nigga talking
I'm just
about?
saying you a little too. Your chest is too low, too out when you say that.
What are you talking about though? Like,
I don't know if I 100% about to say that.
Who was even comparing those two? I
So
never
it was my
once
nigga.
heard that. Like,
How long ago?
No
how
disrespect to Brandon Roy. You was a great player, bro, but I'm not hearing niggas asking who was better, Brandon
long
Roy or such and such.
Can I? What's good? Can I?
Like, I ain't really.
How long before Derrick Rose run was
This is
Brandon
the
Roy
first
like
time
not
I'm ever
playing?
even hearing you speak about Brandon Roy. Like,
When Brandon Roy stopped playing?
might have been like 6 years ago.
2013.
2013.
And when Derrick Rose got injured? Like 2014.
All right. And between that time, what? Who was better? Fucking Derrick Rose, boy. Between that time, like, I don't get what point you trying to get at.
I don't remember them playing at the same time. All right, so you rather see that? I'm just don't think it's that crazy how you saying it. But anyway,
I mean, listen, cause you making it that crazy. like,
anyway,
with all due respect, shout out my boy Brandon Roy. Keep doing your thug thizzle. I'm still watching all your videos on YouTube from here and there. You know what I mean?
I ain't never
You
seen
the
much
man.
of Brandon Roy video on YouTube.
Shout out my guy. I remember you hit that game winner against the Rockets
Yes,
and all that.
They got injured at the same time.
Shout him out. My
What's the
man
career
Epic
stats?
B in the
Look up the
building, you
career
heard?
stats. Look up the career stats for me, Naj. But anyway, my pick was the Kobe versus Bron though in the championship.
Yeah, that was big. I wanted to see that.
And even if like the Laker team was better, Bron was putting up a nice triple double in your man head. Who y'all had Ron Artest?
Yeah, we had Ron and Test that year. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure. I think we still had
19 a game? Oh yeah, nah. All right, my
And how
fault,
much
you
was
got
D-Rose?
that. You got that. It don't even. It's like 24 or 25 at least.
Come on, son. Don't ever disrespect my man D.
I didn't disrespect. I just said I didn't think it was that crazy. My bad. That's all I said.
Crazy.
I never even said it out like it wasn't D Rose. Yo, chill out, my
You
nigga.
was coming off like that though.
You trying to square?
But it's nothing but space and
Crazy.
opportunity, man.
Yo, all right.
Guys,
So
give it up.
Kobe versus Bron though. That's what I think is the thing
That would have been nasty. That'd have been nasty for your man Bron.
Nah,
That'd have been nasty for
nah.
him.
Hell no.
Catastrophe. Like,
Hell no.
what's going on here?
Hell no. Bron's the best player in the league for several years up until that point. For several years. We always gonna have guarding him like Trevor Ariza.
Around that time,
y'all had
Bron
Ron
was
Artest?
the best player in the league several years.
Yeah,
What?
several years.
What?
What are you talking about? This is post beating the Pistons and Boston, all types of
Listen,
my nigga.
Listen.
What are you talking about?
Listen, my Naj, please do the research
Not Boston,
on that
post
and
Pistons.
see what
That was
year
post
that was
Pistons.
when Bronny and Kobe was gonna play in the finals. Remember that year? Damn,
Yeah,
was it
that's when they had all the commercials. Orlando beat them. That's when they had all the commercials.
Come
though.
on, son. Around that time, Bronny was not known.
It was Orlando. Orlando.
Then
Wait,
I might be like 2012, 2013.
Wait, which one? It might have been Orlando, I think. Yeah, it was. I just seen it up on Twitter.
Around that time, boy, your man LeBron was not known as like clearly the number one guy in the league.
Yes, he was.
That was 2009. What?
10 years ago.
Yes, he was.
2009,
Boy,
LeBron
that's
was
like
known
6
as
years.
the best player in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Yo,
Who was
my
it?
man,
Kobe?
you're bugging.
Who was it? Kobe?
It was definitely Kobe. It was
Nah.
definitely Kobe, hands
Nah.
down. Black
Nah.
Mamba.
Hands down?
Come on, hands down.
Nah.
Naj, come on,
Come on,
stay out of
son.
this. Listen,
Hands
hands
down?
down, bro.
Nah.
Hands down. Kobe
Bro,
was doing it.
First of all, Bron's
LeBron
second best.
was
That's the
on-
year Bron's second best player was who?
Alright,
Like,
listen, it's not
like
hands
Larry
down.
Hughes, nigga.
It's not hands down.
Fuck this
but
niggas talking about.
Kobe was
Like
definitely
Larry
still
Hughes?
the number one guy around that time, boy.
Oh.
He was.
Y'all niggas make y'all niggas.
You talking
y'all
about
niggas-
Larry Hughes? Okay, we
y'all
had
niggas-
Pau Gasol. We had a good team, but we didn't have a great
You
team.
heard this nigga?
We didn't have a great team.
This nigga said Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol is not a Hall of Fame player. Is Larry Hughes a Hall of Fame player? Is
Larry
Larry
Hughes was a
Hughes
good
an All
player,
NBA
though.
player? Is he an All NBA player? He's probably all defensive. Couple years.
All right, bro. Y'all was playing in the East though.
Anyway, all right. That's why I'm saying like Braun was like the best player. What's this? What I'm looking at?
The roster.
Look at the roster. Daniel Gibson, J.J. Hicks, nigga, Ilgauskas, nigga, Trey
Man,
Johnson.
J.J. Hicks was throwing it on niggas'
Sasha
heads back then. He was
Popovich,
throwing it
nigga.
on beanies.
Come on, Joe Smith, nigga. Wally Zerbiak, my nigga.
He was hitting threes.
We had Ben Wallace. We had Ben Wallace post Pistons. This is like 2 years
Wally
post
Zerbiak,
Pistons.
you couldn't
my
leave
nigga.
Wally open.
And
Chill out.
fucking Mo Williams, my nigga. You hear this, man?
Come on, bro.
You hear this, man?
Come on, listen.
And
Listen.
Delonte West, you know what was going on, son. You know son couldn't even focus in the locker room, son. And he was still the best player, boy. What y'all niggas talking about? Braun was the best player during that time. And Kobe had a lot more help. Nigga, come on. His Achilles
Kobe,
was
all
probably
right.
out by
Kobe
then.
didn't really-
Nah,
all right.
his knees was shot by then.
All right, we had Fisher, Formar, Vujicic,
Trevor Ariza.
Trevor Ariza,
Yeah.
Lamar Odom.
All right.
Pau Gasol. All right.
All right. A way better team.
I saw that.
That's why
that
we
proved
lost
my
the
point
fucking
that
Hedo
Lakers would have
Turk-
won.
Nah, but all right, maybe. But
Lakers would have won.
Braun would have put up a nice 30 clip on your man.
Braun would have put up a nice 30.
A nice 30 clip on your man, averaging.
Right now, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Even with an L.
That's what I'm saying. It'd have been something to watch, but that was one of the great performances. I would have loved to see that on Kobe's side. Don't get it twisted. But don't think Kobe's about to come hit 60 and Braun was gonna put up 50, like just like they did back to back at the Garden. Like, I think I want to see that more.
Nah, I don't know.
You think you don't want to see that more than of course we don't want niggas to get injured, but you don't want to see that more than Derrick Rose not coming back? Like not getting injured, I mean, in the first place? I'd rather see Braun. I'd rather see Braun versus the Lakers. 7-6. That shit would have went at least 6.
I want to see my boy D Rose, boy. I feel
I ain't
like
mad at it.
you
I'm
feel
not
me?
mad
D
at it.
Rose could have still been like,
Still would have beat LeBron.
huh?
Still wouldn't have beat LeBron.
That's a fact too.
Who? D Rose?
Healthy D Rose still wasn't beating the Braun team.
What? Before he went on the Heat, when it was just him by himself.
Nigga,
What?
the height of Derrick Rose's team was when he was on the Heat. So I don't want to hear that. He was already on the Heat, my nigga. What are you talking about? Don't tell me about before he went. Let's talk about LeBron. He was on the
That's
Heat
true.
during them
That's
times.
true.
Yeah, like Rose wasn't getting past it.
Yeah, y'all was too much.
No matter the injury. So what you really
Y'all
trying to
was too
see?
much. But you never know though. Just after that injury, it was never the same.
That's a
And
fact.
shout out to D Rose because he still got the MVP that year with LeBron and them bum ass niggas doing what they was doing over there in
Yeah, I seen
Miami.
it too. I was so mad when it happened because it was like the last minute in the fourth quarter, right? It was like seconds left, like 30 or something like that.
Right.
And Son jumped for like, we did a rebound, some shit.
Yeah, came down wrong. you
Came
know.
down crazy.
It's tight at that.
That
so.
shit was terrible. I was so mad, but I'm not mad at that pick. I think the game want to see Braun put up a nice 50 piece on your man Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
I remember Kobe was posting something up like mid post.
I don't remember
Spun
that.
around, shot the ball mad
I remember
high,
that.
boy. Went up, straight
I don't
down,
remember
all
that.
net.
You seen that?
All net.
Nah, you saw that? I ain't have seen that.
You know, like one of them shots where it's like it just goes straight
Nah.
through, it don't even touch the net.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't have seen that. I like your forces though, cousin.
Oh, you like these and all that? Feel me? You know how the kid do it and all that. How these for little schminning now.
Yo, you want to feed the streets?
Oh, we could feed
I think
the
we covered a
streets.
lot of everything today.
We could feed the streets
Final
and all that.
picks. I'm picking Toronto 7 if it goes.
You know, I got
You gotta go to state.
Golden State 6 and all that.
Game 3 is
You
tomorrow.
don't
It's
need
Tuesday
7
right
and all
now.
that.
By the time this come out, it's probably gonna be game 3 will probably happen. We're gonna have new material for y'all niggas next week.
No, that's a finette.
But feed the streets though. What you got going on?
You know, first off, if you ain't know yet, got that Star Season out on all platforms. Check out my boy Audie Sinclair. his SoundCloud, his shit booming. Really, that's it though. You feel me? Go on YouTube, check out Star Cash. Everything is up there. Holla back at your boy, Brooklyn. Stay in top.
I got some. This is Lex Divina. I got some music out. Lex is cool. First project, like good 3-4 years, boy. I was out of here for a long time. But me and my nigga Epic put it together. We got Joe College on that. We got Keanu on that. Full production by Epic. We did all the music, all the sound, putting together. So go get that. Lex is cool. So on all streaming. I'm gonna be out here summertime, so I'm gonna be performing. I'm gonna let niggas know what's going on with that,
man.
But,
make sure y'all stay in tune and all that.
So let them know where to find you.
That's a fact. Instagram, StarCashBL. I'm only on Instagram. Shout out to the Twitter users. They all beating on my door saying why I ain't got a Twitter. It's gonna happen though. But I'm only on the Grizzam, so catch your boy, man, at StarCashBL. Jewel.
Used to be rich. Pretty much on all platforms. You get me out there. So this has been Hell No You Buggin'.
A lot of niggas is bugging, but I'm not one of them. I'm only here to supply you with the truth. It might hurt, but somebody got to do it.
Holla.
Jewel.
So that's it. I had this nigga stop it.